Breaker 19.
Few G's.
Yeah, man. Few G's in the podcast.
Few G's.
Yo, my brothers.
You get me?
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Hey, big up everyone. So you got your boy Drastic.
You got celeb hair.
Breaker 19.
You get me? Please all make sure you go like,
Comment.
And subscribe.
you see me? We saying you man blessed?
Man's a good, you know.
Yeah?
Very blessed. Highly favoured. Blessed and highly favoured, man. There.
Blessed and highly favoured, yeah?
Blessed and highly favoured.
Let me get the next one of those then.
Don't ask for
Let
the
me get the next
flavour.
one of those.
Get me few G's.
Don't ask for flavour because it's
Twiz.
Maggie.
Big up yourself, like hand in the
Big
background.
up Lighten in the background, you get me?
We've got another episode for you on episode 21. That's a 2 and a 1. 21.
21.
If this is your first time, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
And if you've been with us for the 21 episodes,
Them
big hugs, man. Come on, family. Your family.
100%. 100%.
We say family.
You know, so if you're on 21, like give us a shout out. Let us know
man.
that you've been
Drop a 21
holding
in the
it
comments,
down.
you get me? Drop a 21.
Drop a 21 in the
Yeah, if
comments.
you've been there
Let us
from
know.
day one, let us know.
Let us know. So yeah, and as it goes, we're gonna dive right in. You know, just get right into this episode.
Yeah. Hey, you man.
You man.
Hey, you man.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Alright. You know what we're going to talk about. We already know what we're going to talk
What
about.
are you gonna talk about?
What we're going to talk about, and I don't know if all you guys know or whatever, but I want to talk about like what's been going on with the Joe Budden podcast.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. It's Joe Budden. What fans?
Yeah.
What fans? We are fans. Break it down to them, bro.
I just want to know what the thoughts are in it. Like I watched the podcast.
I watch the podcast. Not so much.
I'm a fan, to be honest. I watch it. You get me? And it seems that
What's happened?
it's broken up in it. Like
What's
the guys,
happened? What's
like,
happened?
so you got Joe Budden and you got Rory and Mo, and like Rory and Mo. There seemed to be some type of tension. Like
I don't know. Sorry for those that don't know. All right. There's another podcast, a rival podcast out there called the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know. I've not really heard of them, but these guys have heard of them. They're a similar podcast, 3-man show, and what's happened? I think
so they've broken up in it. Yeah,
they've broken.
But they've broken up in it. Yeah,
And it's the way that's gone about.
yeah, it's the way it was happening.
It's like they're boys in it, and it didn't. We'll get into that, I suppose, but I don't think it needed to go that way. How it unfolded and
Sorry,
where it's going.
what's gone what way? What's happened?
So, Dras, please
What's
introduce the topic, my bro.
Alright, so basically what's happened is, so a few months ago there seemed to be some hostility on it, some visual hostility. You can see it, like some tension
between the members.
Yeah, between like the members, like not really Mo, but Rory and Joe Budden, and they normally make jokes and stuff, but it seemed like it was a little bit further than that.
It's a bit dicey.
Yeah, and then apparently, what happened is Joe Budden texted Rory and told him take
some pods off.
take a couple episodes off.
Because let's give some bit of context.
Who told who? Sorry,
Joe.
Okay,
told
so
Rory take some time off in it.
So just for clarity, Joe, I presume, is the Joe Budden of the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah.
Right. So there's three hosts, if you like, on the show.
So
Joe
it's a similar setup to this.
No, it's not. This is free hosts.
Yes.
Joe Budden podcast is Joe Budden's the host and these are his co-hosts.
Yeah, but this is what they're getting into now. But in the beginning, before this all unfurled, they were hosts. It was a Joe Budden podcast.
Equal host. It was just the name on the show.
Yeah, but it's a mad one because it's a Joe Budden podcast. Obviously, it's his show, innit? But then in the beginning, it's like, no, we're all partners in it. So I'm like, cool. But then stuff starts to come out.
Basically, yeah. What's happened though is Joe Budden told Rory take some time off in it.
Because Rory was telling
take
him,
couple
he's
episodes.
offering
Another
Joe.
co-host.
Yeah, he was offering that Joe. Like, come in scrap, innit? Come in fight.
Okay. On the show.
Yeah.
On the show.
As
Okay.
filming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sorry, so he's arguing and saying sorry, I'm so sorry. I said I'm so sorry, because there's some people that don't know about this show, innit? Like, so just gotta fill in the gap. So,
and if you don't know, you need to crawl out from under that rock you've been hiding, man. Come on.
like, I know about the show, but I don't watch the show just because of.
But listen, wait, sorry.
This is for those who do know, innit?
Yeah.
This is what we're talking
It's
to.
for those that do know, to be honest, yeah. So, what happened now is...
You see, man, like Breaker and his brethren. This is brethren there. See, come on.
Like, so, he's told Rory to take some time off. You get me? Like, take a couple pods off. That's like a week, that means, innit? Because they do like 2 episodes a week. So then, what's transpired after that, like, man's come to the episode, and for the next 6 weeks, it's just Joe Budden, innit? Like, and Joe Budden's got to get some other ones to come in and help out and blah blah blah.
His mates.
Yeah, but like, what's transpired that's happened is that when he said that to Rory and Mo have spoken, and Mo's like,
That's not right.
that's not. I'm not putting without you, innit? Like, how we should be, innit? Like, nah, that's not it. Still, that can't run. You get me? And so they just didn't show up for the next 6 weeks, innit? Yeah. Now, then they had some talk, and it was sorted. Yeah, apparently it was sorted out. Then they came back and then had an episode where they was explaining it, and then they had another episode, and then they was gonna do. They all said like we're gonna have a little. Everyone's gonna have a little quick vacation. Yeah, and then like for a week. And then when we come back on Monday and everyone's gonna be
business as normal.
Yeah, business as usual, fresh mind and all that. You get me? And Rory and Mo didn't come in for that next time, innit? So on that episode, Joe fired them. On
the episode, the episode that they next came in on.
So
on the episode that they didn't come
after the vacation, and when they didn't come in, Joe fired them
on air
on the show, on film.
Like now, like that man's filming, like, and you man ain't here, yeah.
The
man's like, right, you know what?
Breach of contract.
Yeah, you man ain't breach of
Man's
contract.
officially fired.
So then, how did they end up on the next episode then?
They weren't on the next episode.
So, but I saw Joe fire him. I saw, which one is it? Rory's the white guy?
Yeah.
I saw Rory on an episode where he was getting fired.
No, he didn't.
He was talking to the chair as if Rory was there.
Yeah,
and then they did what? They photoshopped him.
No, he wasn't there. They weren't there,
He just
bro.
looked like a madman.
He was talking to each other like, oh, hi, Rory. Yeah, he's just being facetious, isn't it?
So then, did he really fire him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
on that episode that he was talking to nobody.
That's the whole gripe, the whole issue. It's like, right, how can you do that? Well, that's one of the main issues. Other than the contract situation and the splits, and so there's a lot of unclarity.
I got asked, has there been an episode where he's fired Rory before?
Yes.
I've seen some where he fired this brother.
yeah, bro.
No, bro.
Sorry, look, can you just search for me, please?
I'm actually quite a big fan of the podcast, so I watched most of the episodes. He's never fired Rory before.
So
they have had some hidden tension that you can see in a few episodes.
There was an episode that I saw that he said, you can't. Fat Joe. Joe Budden was like, you can't continue to treat me like this.
That may have been in the same episode, the build-ups.
No, that wasn't. That was a couple episodes prior to it when he was with by himself with Parks, and then he said you can't continue to treat me like this. And then they had like a therapy session, and they sorted it out and they talked it out at Joe Budden's house or whatever, and then they came back for an episode.
I really don't want to digress from what these guys are talking about, and I'm really sorry. But what I saw was.
You didn't see it, bro.
Nah, you know what? Like,
I don't know what you
we're gonna talk about this. I'm gonna check it afterwards. Sorry.
Like, but like, I don't know where I am now, yeah. Because this guy, he was talking about me, didn't see it. But yeah, like, they split up in it, yeah. And I wanted to know what you man thought about that, innit?
Yeah, man. So being big fans as
that was a long ass intro.
As dresses, so we watch it innit? And I would like to think that we've taken some, or we've been inspired by some good parts of the pod, and the chemistry, like the whole way the pod is laid out. It's good. It's a good watch, and I think they're like the flag bearers of podcasters, especially for our culture. Now, Joe Budden can be a bit polarizing and be a bit grating, but he does talk some good stuff, and he can contradict himself, which he does quite a bit. But in this situation here, I just think he's been bang out of order, where it's shown a lack of, there's not been no good business practice, you know what I mean? Especially between friends. And fair enough, people can say, oh, you shouldn't mix friends in business. Well, that's cool, but you should always do good business, innit? It's like all that final stage, and he's all saying as adult to adult, not even man to man, adult to adult, you're saying, this really pissed me off. It's like, I don't owe my friends respect. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like, but the thing with Joe though, he's so emotional, he's so emotively driven, right? Like everything he does is based on emotion, and it's just a reaction. And then in hindsight,
so basically butthurt,
right? Yeah. Even he said that if they do another podcast, he's suing them. We're jumping way over into this topic.
No, it's the same thing.
But yeah, even I'm suing them is like, I watched something today and he's like, look, I'm not suing them. And it's like, you are so emotionally driven. It's like, me personally, I've never liked this guy, right? I've liked some of his music. I won't lie about that. But as the person that I see and that he portrays himself to be, I think he's an egomaniac, like to the highest degree. And if I may, he's an absolute snake, innit? He's a snake.
And when you say snake,
snake because physical attribute. If you see what he does this. Right, now that I've
serpent in that.
Right? Now that I've said it, you won't not see it. You won't not see it. All he does is do that like a snake. So wow, hey, this guy. You think he's evil? Hey, I'm not even listen, it's just observation, isn't it? It's not that I'm telling you about his character, like he's just, to me, he appears to be a snake.
The serpent tongue podcast.
He does that.
So the issue that they had, is that apparently they were saying that they were supposed to be, they were on a profit, or was it a profit split? A percentage of the profit. Was it a percentage based contract?
Split.
Percentage based contract. So whatever they say, whatever comes in, whatever money is made by the JBP.
Is what they get.
For these particular episodes,
yeah. Whatever comes in with JBP, all income, they get a percentage of or whatever. Yeah.
Not for you got to be clear. It's not for the whole network, innit? It's just
for the podcast. That Joe Budden podcast, they'll get a percentage.
Yeah, so that's what they say. They that's in their contract, innit? Yeah. And they're saying that they wanted to see the accounts, and Joe's basically saying, like, you don't need to see the books, like. And
they said, well, how do you know that our percentages splits are correct if you don't know what the whole pie is? Then Joe says, all right, if you want to do that, go and audit me. Wow. Joe told
them. But he didn't just say it straight away. They said,
let's see the books.
Can I say something? There was a bit of back and forth. It happened. It had been going on for some time.
He sent like 5 years worth of documents of
Excel
of something.
Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, like he sent 5 years of that. So they was like, alright, cool. They reviewed, notice of discrepancy, and
400 bags,
right, and sent it back, and then said, alright, cool. This is a discrepancy. Send us the revised thing in it.
You didn't send it.
And then it became why you have to see the books in it. So it's not that I'm not calling Joe a thief or the accountancy a thief. It's just that, look, if this is your peeps, let's just be honest with each other. Transparent is the English I'm looking for. Let's just be transparent with each other.
Right? That's what it comes down to. In all fairness, man should be transparent and just be transparent and let them see.
Especially with your boys.
Yeah, especially because your dogs.
Friends, innit? You know each other.
Like even
like Joe Budden is the owner of this business, the owner of this company. These guys, I like these guys, but they're not the owners, isn't it?
What does this mean?
They never said they were.
Well,
I'm just saying they're not the owners, yeah. So if they're getting a percentage of whatever, like someone who's getting a percentage of sales, for instance, they might not have to like. Do they get to go to the CEO and say?
No. It depends what their contract stipulates, isn't it? So it's like what's agreed upon, what's negotiated. So like.
But I hear that, right? But there's Joe is saying that. Judging by what they're saying, he can see that they haven't read their contract.
No, but it's easy to just say that, innit? Like the thing with Joe is like he don't really answer the question. What he does is firstly, in my opinion, my impression of this guy is that he was right once. Now he thinks he's always right, innit? And so he's so
gassed.
So aggressive with it, you know, it's just like so overwhelming, so in your face with it. It's like you kind of like half back down with it, like if you like, you know, it's like, all right, cool. It's to say you're the CEO is whatever. Like it's fine to be the boss, and if you want, you can pay the guys 10%. If you, like pay them whatever you want, whatever you've agreed upon. Even if you are the boss, like look, we work together. So when I've got a relationship with the boss, and I've got a relationship outside of work with the boss, right? He's my friend. So let's not do that. Let's not like be free. Yeah, of course, by all means, do. Yeah, I'm the boss. But all right, cool, man. This is what it is. This is what it is.
But I think, yeah, like I'm just trying to be devil's advocate here, right? Yeah, but I think on Joe's thinking. Like Mo and them had told him that they don't care about the business of the products kind of thing. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. He was out here just dropping shit like, you know, we got the boom microphones, bro.
The boom microphones.
You don't know when
it's not me this week.
You know, like last week when Brayden started eating fucking Skittles,
right?
Every motherfucker was in a racket saying, "Yo, you know what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Skittles. Now you're out here dropping shit, throwing shit on the floor.
Skittles, send us $3 of Skittles.
Yeah, the showless ones because they don't make much noise.
Right. Think of a new packet for that. Biodegradable.
Yeah, so like these guys have said that they don't care about the business side of things or whatever. Yeah. Like, and apparently, if Joe said he said he didn't honor their contract.
He said
he didn't honor their contract.
Yeah, he'd been paying them more than they're supposed to be getting paid, isn't it? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, and they've said that it's probably correct. Yeah.
Which is still allegedly.
Yeah, which is still allegedly. Yeah, but like he's acting. He was trying. Well, he's saying he's acting in good faith, innit?
Even if sorry.
Like, so he's saying like, why are you man sweating me so much? Like. In from what I'm getting from it, from what it sounds like, he's sounded to me like a man that's hurt, yeah. Saying like, why are you man coming at me like this? Like I'm actually feeling you man properly. When you man are asking about books and stuff like that, like you've actually sent your lawyer to my lawyer, like you know, like that. That's what it seems to me that he's. And then he's reacting on that
through emotion and not business, not being professional. So like, why are you sweating me? He's like, I can't. I want to see my books. And when don't forget it's built up. So like we presented this deal because Joe's a contradiction.
Joe's a prick.
If you bring business, then we eat different. If you do this, and it's like okay, we tried it in the beginning, you shut it down, you dismissed it, barked on man. So I was like, all right, which one is it? Okay, cool. What a percentage? But now you're saying nah, it's this, just one blanket policy. Deal with it. That's not percentage, and that's a salary.
You trying to put man on a salary.
You know what I mean? Whereas like, well, that's not percentage because percentages fluctuate. We can understand if business wasn't doing so well and our income reflected that. You know what I mean? Because like, all right, cool. We respect the contract, we respect the terms and agreement. But if we're up, we're all up, no? True or false, isn't it?
Of course.
So when they're up and it's like, why
not? Getting the same bread.
We're just getting the same bread. It's like, yo, Joe, man, what going?
But it might be.
The teeth are fixed. You went in America.
But it might be.
Man got brand new house.
When they after they got out of the Spotify deal and they weren't getting that monthly P. Like Joe said, he was putting in his own P's, innit? So it could be that he's just subsidising his P's back.
Them mans gave their P to the back staff. They got some, I can't remember, so I'm sorry that I'm not clear on this, but
they were going.
They gave their salary to the back office staff, the cameramen and so, like their first week or their first month's salary to those men. You understand? So
Yeah, they wanted to.
They wanted to, but they said they didn't.
Rory offered to give his percentage to the rest of the team in order to fulfill their salaries, but Joe Budden opposed.
It's just so unprofessional, so becoming of Joe he appears to me to be that kind of character, you know. Like,
what kind of character?
He talks about he's been in the music game, so these guys have done all types of fuckery to him in regards to his contract and slave to the industry and whatever you. And then what appears to have happened, he's done the same thing to his boys. Understand? And fired man on air, even if the guy wasn't there, which I will find that he was.
It's like, that's not even something you do on there. It's like have that conversation.
That guy got no class. He got no class.
No, but
he does that. I've made a mistake on camera. That's what I do. Oh well, I'm like, nah, man, because you keep making these same mistakes. You ain't learning. You're a big man. You're 40 plus. You need to do better than that. You don't treat your people like that. You just don't do it, man.
But right, you see, you say you don't treat your people like that, yeah. Isn't it fair to say that your people shouldn't treat you like that as well?
Like what?
Like just not show up without telling
you.
No,
business wise, do what you got to do.
If we're here to, and then we got people in the background and so on like that. That's here to work. Yeah. If me and Celeb just don't turn up, no explanation, no nothing, and then like when you're there waiting for us. We say,
man's going on strike.
So I'm doing it.
But this is like now. Out of the last 10 weeks, this will be the 8th week out of the last 10 weeks, bro.
I'm like, viewers, you know what? These men are long in it. Like, tune into the next episode. We're having a conversation. It's like it's long in it.
Do you know what? Can I say something? Can I say something?
That's what Joe does, isn't it?
That is the problem. That is the problem. Like, we don't know the full picture on that in that respect. Like, they didn't come in for 6 weeks, right? Like, we're gonna have to consider that a strike, and they must have spoken to him.
They didn't presume. We're gonna presume they didn't speak to him.
They even said it.
They said they didn't speak to him
for 6 weeks.
Yeah, they didn't say that.
Dickheads.
He's been hollering at them. They ain't been returning.
So did they say why they didn't go in?
They didn't say nothing. They just
even on their show.
No, they said what they said was just figuring out a few things. That's what
for 6 weeks.
Yeah. It was all.
Joe's a dickhead anyway.
Yeah, but you gotta take into like you can't just
blame.
You can't just blame. It's not just Joe though.
No, it's definitely just Joe.
No, it's not. Like, none of this would be happening if they managed.
A lot of it is a major.
Joe's a dickhead.
It's bad communication, isn't it? Bad communication, bad business.
A lot of this stuff wouldn't be happening if people communicated.
Quite easy. When you listen to it, all it's like, right, that's actually a minor, man. Just do what you got to do. Do right by your people. Do right business-wise. Do right for your organisation, your Joe Budden. You want your reputation of business to be that of good business.
That shit is so easy, yeah. I'm happy to go on camera right now and say that shit couldn't happen here with us.
Hell no. Why would it?
It couldn't happen.
Ignoramus shit. It's childish, bro.
It don't make no sense.
I mean, there's no reason for it to happen. You know, let's just put ourselves in that situation. If it's ask for the books, we'll see the books. But if I say take a couple of days off, it's like, shut the fuck up, man. on air, you're gonna see what? Shut the fuck up. You take a couple of days off.
But you're saying that though, that's but in that regard, so they interrupt you. That's like you, Billy and Jess, like, yo, take a couple of days off. So.
What?
You'd be like, what? Spoke to breaks. We talking about? It's like, no. I ain't spoken to breaks. I'm just saying, innit? It's like, yeah, right. I'm at the breaks to the call. Hey, guess what you just said? Yeah, what you saying? Take it. You're joking, right? What, you serious? No, you can't do that, innit? Well, why? You get me? It's a team thing. No one's making them kind of decision, and that's where.
But that's how we do our thing. That's
us. That's a team thing, and that's where Joe, he's shifting it, innit? Where it's a lack of communication. They never establish roles and responsibilities from the jump, innit?
Joe's throwing his
however, yeah, if they are signed to a certain contract, yeah, and they're required to do certain things,
fair enough.
And then they haven't done what they're required to do, and then which means they're in breach of their contract. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he is well within his rights to fire them,
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm
I
saying?
mean, the only complaint would that be, the only complaint from me would be as a fan, the way he done it. It's like, right, I don't want to see that. As a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, that tune is like, ooh, don't you?
I don't
that.
listen.
I don't see
know.
it as a fan.
I don't know. I'm like, if I'm going by how it is in the UK and in the public sector, then you can't just fire, man.
America's a bit different, bro. Man. They're different, man. Like, I don't know how it works, but I swear they can get rid of men like that, innit?
Like, I don't know, innit? Like, they must have laws that says at least constructive dismissal. They must have an employment.
That's where it's
sort of
breach of
law.
contract. So
yeah,
with Joe, but that's what I'm saying. It's perception.
It's perception.
But we can only assume that Joe always found that loophole. They said, "Yo, I'm within my rights to do that, whether it be that breach of contract. Breach of contract, I can sack you because of that."
It's not.
I don't know.
Not I can sack you. It's like, look, sir, it's disciplinary or some action will be taken against you.
Not necessarily.
Like you say, not necessarily, but then also.
It's not corporate, bro.
Again, so whereas it's fair enough, but it's contract in it. So far you got a contract in it. It's like, alright, cool. Look, like, yeah, you might. I'm gonna read this contract and it's like, alright, cool. It's not so much. You just fine me. It's like we're gonna go through a process in it. Like,
but that's what could have been the private
process
discussion.
Could have been all that was happening before.
So they have to have had a conversation.
No, of course, it's not just a split.
It's not just alright, cool, you're fired, which Joe did, but you got to have a conversation. It's like
they tried to have a conversation.
You still got to have.
I've been ringing you, man, innit? You man ain't answering the phone. I'm coming here and telling you, man, straight. Hey, listen, few G's fan, these men are sacked. You get me? No way. Could never happen.
Like, and if he done that before he followed like the process,
never.
Then he's created a rod for his back, in it. Like you've sat man on air and you've not followed the process.
Who's going to work with that?
Right?
That's crazy.
You've sat man and you've not followed the process. You don't know anything. You've got to make contact with man. I ain't talking about them 6 weeks. They're sacked. They send them a letter.
My thing is when you
follow the process.
When you deep it, it's like that's how you treat your people, your boys. And let's say he said, me and Rory ain't that tight. I've only known him for like 6 years. I'm like, alright, cool. But Mal, they did live together with their boys and whatnot. I'm like, if that's how you know, he
done Mal dirty though.
If this is how you treat people, you know. If this is how you treat people, you know. Let's say we got the call out, Dras, like, yo man, Joel's just called you come. Yeah, I can just sack you on there just like that. It's like,
gone. Are you man gone? What? Gone away, where you gone? Where you off to, bro?
That's mad.
He just, nah, bro.
That's mad.
Yeah, I'm off to New Jersey, wherever they shoot that stupid show.
It's crazy still, like
joining a rival, you know.
Like before I wanted to see them, like I was like, nah man, these men need to get back together. Like when they was on their little hiatus and that. But as it is now, I don't see that there's just no chance of that. There's no chance of that happening, boy. Like
done too much.
Like Joe done more dirty on the pod as well. Still
with the
told man that basically told man that yo, like you were living with me. Like
the soap thing.
You're like you're the type of nigga that will buy detergent and look use it and look it in your room with you.
Now is that necessary?
And then it's like
grown men got
things. Yeah.
I think that's like bro.
Yeah. But you gotta understand as well.
Bro,
of course it is. Of course 100,000. But the man's emotional with it. Like the guy,
he's a fucking dickhead, bro.
Like he just
he's blurred the lines. That's the problem. He's blurred the lines between business and friendship, and you think you can have that same attitude that you have outside of work in business. You're a prat outside of work and
have some decorum.
Right, you got no class. I really do hope you see this, Joe Buttons. You're a prat. And you tried to last as long as the Fugees show. You couldn't last as long as the show.
21
episodes. 121 episodes. What episode are you on, mate?
What we saying? Man? Come on.
These men are 400 or something.
400 or something. Photoshop! Right, whatever.
Nah, but it's a bit of a mad situation. And like it's to be honest, I've been on my phone just watching it unfold.
But what we forgetting the main antagonist though, who's been waiting, the man like big bad DJ Academics.
Big Ac. TJ Academics. Just he's having a field day.
He's having
like he's no fan of Rory in the first place.
No.
Yeah, because he pulled up at his crib, innit?
Yeah, and that's a declaration of war.
So he's been going in, man.
So like, but if you hear it from DJ, but it's true though what Academics says as well though. Like Joe Budden gave them, like he said, he's not gonna give them no YouTube money, like, because I've had this YouTube channel for time or whatever. Yeah, like they said cool. Yeah. Now, but he did say you're not gonna have audio and the visuals as well. Though. You lot can use the visuals and the audio as well to do whatever you want.
Okay.
And then man didn't do nothing with it. Then man ain't done that, and they set up none of their own podcast. Like Joe bare times on the show, man's heard man say yeah man, you should like to more. Oh, you need to do like something with your basketball friends or something with fashion and rah. And Rory, you need to do this blah blah blah. And then man ain't done that. So now when it's all gone tits up, it's like, Rob, what are you man gonna do now? Like,
no, but the man's already doing stuff, innit? It's not about what you man gonna do now. It's like them man are already doing stuff. It's not about you having to direct me. It's like, yeah, it'd be a good idea to do this. Yeah. I hear your idea and I'll listen.
But it was about getting their own money from early, even from. Because this is his thing and he's probably getting the majority of the percentage, yeah. He tried, from what I've seen, it sounded like he was trying to tell them, yo, you can capitalize off this same shit as well. You get me? But do this on your own.
What,
set up your own.
Set up a podcast.
Set up your own separate, because you know Joe Budden's got his own. He's got bare different podcasts.
Yeah, but set up your own podcast.
Yeah, set up your own.
Because what we do know, if they set up a podcast, he's suing y'all. Right?
At that time it wasn't.
Right? Of course, it's at that time. That's obviously in the contract, bro. That's obviously in the contract.
He's got, what is it,
right?
a non-work for 1 year.
So if you can't do no podcast, like that's gas. Yeah, so they're just probably looking at him thinking, you dickhead, bro. Why are you telling us to do? Why are you saying that?
Yeah, for real.
Right?
I didn't even clock that.
Like, why are you even saying that? Like, Joe is a snake, bro. He's a snake. Joe, you're a snake.
Tongue.
Like, if I remember that snake from what's that show? Jungle Book. I call you it, bro. Snake man. You get me?
That's not it.
Something like this.
No, nothing like that.
Snake person.
No.
No. He no hey.
He no home.
No, man.
So what? So I don't know. Josh, you said you don't want to see them back together. What do you reckon, Light Hand? Would you like to see the JP boys back together?
I would love to see them back together if they could.
Do you reckon it could be repaired? It could be mended?
No, I don't think so. Now,
I am
not a fan of that guy.
You don't even want it to go together.
I'm not a hater, and I said to say I don't want him to succeed. Like that would be a hater, innit? He's Illuminati, and if I'm right, then he shouldn't succeed. They should do their own podcast, and if they do it like that in that blue show and all of that shit look dope.
New Rory and Mal.
They should do it. If they can get a bit of traction, they should do their own show, and it'll be all three of us against each other, competitors.
They should do it. Oh, what about Parks? What was your take on Parks during this whole situation?
They call Parks the Joe Budden whisperer, right?
Fucking hell.
You get me?
He's moving mad. That guy is. His nose is branded than my flipping.
What are you saying? He's a random guy, innit?
Yeah, for that paycheck, bro.
Yeah, like he knows what he's doing, man.
No, but you know what it is? When they came back the first time round, and he's just like, yeah. Agree with everyone, like, yeah, true. You did do that. Then after it's all happened, I'm like, Parks, right? Like,
to be honest,
he's bro.
He's just a big yes man.
Blatant.
That's a job, man.
He's a big yes man for the check. Just for the check, he's corporate all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the secrets, man. That's like we'll see.
One of the hosts, or the former hosts of one of his other podcasts, female podcasts, came out and said that he's the reason why she left that podcast was for sexual harassment.
And that brings us into our next section: surviving Joe Budden. Please continue.
Brilliant. So yeah, you're talking about, is it Olivia Dope?
Yeah. So she was saying she put something up to say that she left because of sexual advances and stuff like that. on one episode that
episode
he was there.
16.
Was it episode 16?
It definitely was.
Yeah. I watched it.
What's the show called? What's the show's called?
See the thing is.
Excuse me?
See the thing is.
See the thing is, these are our rivals, but ain't no one testing a few G's, man. Sorry, keep going.
Rivals. Yeah, so she put up. That's why she left. It was about 3 months ago that she left, but she put it up now to say that's why she left. And yeah, so that like, I don't know if there's like a cancelled Joe Budden train. Yeah. Not a case, but like a cancelled Joe Budden type thing going on. I don't know, but it's all getting a bit peak for him still. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, part of me makes me think is that convenient.
I do kind of think it's a bit convenient that she brings up now. Like, because if that was the case, you should have just brought it up at the time.
And we're not saying it didn't happen. We're not saying we're anti her, whatever. But like it's timing, isn't it? The timing.
Yeah, but that's just in her favor, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, yes, this is the best time. It's not. It won't be her.
Do you know what?
It wouldn't be her to think, oh my God, this has happened. Let me quickly run to my.
No, do you know what? I shouldn't have said she should have brought it up before. It would have like because. Whatever when you're ready to say when you're ready to say it, when you're comfortable, that's when you're gonna say it.
She may have said already.
You get me? And like, she did do three other episodes after that episode though.
On the network.
Yeah, she did do 3 other episodes.
Is the show still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she left, didn't it? Like it could have been lucrative for her, but she left, and that's because of Joe Budden's the pervert predator.
Whoa, easy. Allegedly.
Yeah. I watched it. It was outrageous.
Yeah, I
was mortified.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched it as well. It did seem like it was uncomfortable.
She even said she was uncomfortable.
Yeah. But it seemed also that like it wasn't meant in a harmful manner.
Nah, man.
I'm not saying I'm not condoning anything or anything of the sort in it. I'm not saying that's anything like that.
Is that thing we go up to and like
dancing on there, turning those creamy
especially when you're the owner, innit? It's like, come on, man,
you don't do that.
You carry a certain weight and influence.
That's what makes it a fuckery, and more of a fuckery.
She ultimately has no choice.
No, she has a choice, but she's in a very hard position because there's so many things to happen. It's like, right, we're filming, the girls ain't saying nothing. You got to thinking about that. What is it? Me? It's like you're now awkward. It's like
she ultimately she might be 90% or whatever, but she has no choice. It's like, oh my God, this is the boss, isn't it? And he's behaving like some lecherous boss.
Let me just jump
talking about it.
You do have a choice. It is a hard choice, but you have a choice, ladies. Everyone, you have a choice in that situation. Continue, my bro.
Alright, so like the lecherous boss, and it's like, what the fuck? Like you can't just.
No, that's right.
It's difficult.
It's wrong.
It's wrong.
Like, well, because you know what's mad, yeah? Because of what kind of industry it is, like, it's podcasting and it's this type of setting, yeah? It's chilled, it's relaxed. Although it's a business, like, sometimes and because it's friends that's doing it, yeah? Like, the only people that didn't really know each other is Joe and that girl, innit? Yeah? And her, yeah? Sorry, the lady, yeah? So, it's funny where like lines can be blurred, innit? Like and that's what I think happened. Like he was trying to be jokey, but he crossed the line, innit? He crossed the line and went way too far.
Like he
because
he did too much.
Because that's his employee at the end of the day. Like, even if it's not his employee, he's a woman. At
he
the
did
end
too
of the day,
much. He did too much, innit? Like I don't know if he normally calls these women bitches on the show.
What does he? Was he doing
right? Okay. I don't know if he normally does that, but he called her a bitch, innit?
Yeah, right. But bro, you got.
But
there was a context in it. It wasn't.
What? How's there context?
It was just playful, innit?
No, listen.
I know he's not, and I know he's not a gay man, so he shouldn't be calling a woman a bitch, innit? Because those are the only men that are allowed to call a woman a bitch.
Like you don't know somebody, yeah. You claim to not know what somebody well, yet you call him a bitch.
Well, how was he doing it though?
Like,
Like she was on the buttons or something.
Even if he was,
he said, and
he's like, bitch, press the button.
No, they were all laughing and said, and he said, hey, bitch, press a button. You know,
like just like within passing comment.
Yeah, like it was like, bitch, press a button, but it wasn't like no aggression. It was laughing and it was it was like that. And then she said, bitch.
So
and then
it
was a bit.
If it's playful, it's like, nigga, I don't know you, innit?
Yeah.
I don't know you. Fuck your playful. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck how you think you said it. I don't know you.
Yeah,
right? Like you're saying, how did he say it? It's like, rah, I the one that he called that shit.
Yeah.
Don't know this motherfucker.
Yeah. Which is right.
Right? How did he say it? Doesn't matter how he said it.
I was just saying that it wasn't in the way he said it like it was being way too familiar.
I don't know you. Don't.
It was being way too familiar.
No, they don't know each other. It's like, and you're the boss. It's like,
and if you
did
know
to say it like that, I don't know. I don't know how you lot move.
Right. If you did know me, you'd know that you couldn't call me that shit. Right. Especially
she may not be
on camera.
What did she make an issue of it? Like, no,
it was a thing. Like, all right, let's discuss that. You can't be calling women no bitches. And then he's like, what? Nah, the rules have changed. Like, what the fuck?
He
said that. Like, rude boy, what do you mean the rules have changed, you fucking dickhead? Shut the fuck up, listen, right? Listen and appear to be remorseful, innit? Right? Appear to be like, oh shit, okay. Like, alright, look, my women are strong on this show.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Right? You empower them, and it's like, they've told you that you can't call them bitches. This is why men can't call women bitches. This is what he said.
He's telling them
the rules have changed. Like,
no, we don't condone it. I'll speak for everyone in this podcast. We can never condone that. That's like, what madness. No,
No.
I didn't know that.
I'm not even gonna make it about any of the other people, but just about Joe. And it's like he did too much boss. The wrong way. I'm the boss, so I can say and do what I like.
He abuses power, man.
He's whack, bruv. He's whack. Joe is whack. Joe Budden is whack. You're an idiot that does podcasts, right? That's what it is. I'm sorry. These guys might not agree, but I'm really sorry. I knew coming here today, I knew what I was going to say.
Why are you covering your face?
My lips is mad dry, innit? Then I'm gonna be like Joe. I'll be doing this. My mouth is so dry, but Joe, man, you a sucker, bro. And you give all the Joes a bad name. All the Joes.
Joe, you sold it, man. You sold it, bro.
I'm saying.
I don't hear that.
Yo. Okie dokes. Yeah. It's funny because obviously we went through everything. But I feel like there's some bits that we missed out, but I can't remember right now.
I remember.
Go for it.
Joe's an idiot. Let me tell you something about this Joe Buttons. He might be a megalomaniac.
He's not might be, bro.
Yeah,
Most definitely is. But this is the thing. I think the law and the captivation with Joe Budden was you'll see growth in it, whereas before he was just a bit too ignorant and hard. Because he is smart, yeah. It's like, alright, cool. You're learning it. You ain't trying to damn a man, innit? But you're doing all these things. It's like you ain't learning, bro, man. And then you're an open book. But you go, well, what I do in public is what it is. It's like, nah, you can't do that, bro. You gotta have a bit more accountability and humility about it. It's like your co-workers, like, look how you treat that lady who came to work for you and in the long term earn you money. So that was a clear worker, and that's how you treated her. You made her feel uncomfortable. This is how you treated your co-workers. Treat them like dirt in my eyes.
Like,
ran them off your show.
You can't treat them like that still. But you must always read your contracts, people.
No, 100%.
You always read your contracts.
Always know what's in contract. Always know what you're there for.
Even being up for a debate that you don't know what's in your contract in like this type of industry.
Okay, yes, correct. You're right in when you say that, but
what you can and can't do
at the same time,
how you get paid.
These ones had lawyers read that shit, innit?
They got the same lawyer, innit?
You keep saying that to me. I just don't understand what that means. However, these ones had lawyers read that. So when we say you must always read your contract, when you say that, do you mean they must?
You must know your contract. Know your contract. Know your terms.
What is this contract saying?
Or
So read your contract.
If you get a professional, so get someone who can read it and break it down to you. What's the contract saying? Am I getting bumped here? What is the deal? And my expectation is that I get 10 grand per episode. And it's like, no, you get 1 grand per episode. And you're like, what? Say what? So let's revisit that. Holler at the boss man. Let's negotiate something because that's incorrect.
Right. So when they say read your contract, you might not understand it, but like go through your contract with somebody who understands contracts, and ask the questions that you want answers for, i.e. and which is the most important to everyone. Am I getting paid X from this contract, right? And then you take it from there. Yeah. So understand your contract. That's just crucial, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And even still, sorry, man.
Keep going, bro. Keep going. Keep flowing, bro.
Captain Morgan, what happened to you? Like, have a contract. You know, yes, there are times where you can have a team, a unit that you may not need a contract because of the strength of unity that you have between yourselves, but have a contract in it. Like, just have one.
You know what? So can I jump in?
Yeah.
Even you just made me remember something. On that same note, Joe Budden is this anarchist, anti-capitalism, anti-establishment, for the people, freedom fighter of artists, right?
Yeah, for the creatives.
For the creatives and the creators, ownership. And he preaches all the good talk.
Yeah,
know you this, know you that. And then that's another, for me, that's like too much of a contradiction. It's like it's like, shouldn't you be putting your boys on? Because if they're unsure of something, it's like, look guys, let's have a sit down, let's go through this. You get me? If we're unsure of anything and it's business, like, no, but this is what it is. It's like, no, it's not. And then you're gonna go to court. Cool, you don't deal with that. But it's like always playing out in the public. It's like you're all unsure.
But
you're all unsure.
No,
what
Joe's
if,
a demon, man?
What if? What did you say just now? How did you start that sentence just now?
Can't remember.
Again, like if Joe,
wait,
because this guy's just gonna tell me about. Wait, you're just gonna call him an idiot again. Yeah, wait 1 second. Yeah, a fool. He says he's for the creatives. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if, like, as I said, I'm just being devil's advocate in it. Yeah.
Because
now, what if?
Because I dress.
He says he's like, what in this situation? What did More and Rory create? Like
in the show.
Yeah, what if they helped build the show, so they've been paid and they've been paid handsomely. Everybody attests that they're all rich. Yeah. Yeah, they said they're rich.
Yeah, allegedly. God.
Yeah. No, it's not allegedly. All three of them said that. Yeah. Now, if they've been paid for their contribution in the show, yeah, it's not he's not being fully creative. They've not created anything, have they? Or are they just?
Because they are creating content by being there. They're engaging. They're bouncing off each other.
But I'm saying.
But that's their creation. That's their being the creators. Within that content, they're creating.
The show started doing better once they got on the show.
None of this shit's pre-written, bro.
Yeah, of course.
It's all coming out of them, innit? They're creating this stuff, bro.
Of course, right, alright. So they're creating content, yeah? But like, so remember what I said before about like, yeah, you mentioned create some shows so you can get some more bread.
And then I would say
all of this is my bread, isn't it?
But they're saying, yeah, but we'll get a percentage, innit? And we're doing this together. There's no indication of you doing what you're gonna do. And it's like, yeah, you guys should do this. It's like, no, I don't really want it. I'm happy doing this. I earn great money.
Cool. So if you're happy doing this, why are you not just happy doing this?
I don't want to stretch, but they're not saying they're not just happy doing. They were happy doing the Joe Budden podcast. They don't want to stretch themselves too thin. I want to do this. The fans, I love the fans. I love the show. I love what we're building here. It's growing. It's like, no, do something else. Do something else. He's dropping sowing seeds, isn't it? He's like, no, do something else. I'll sack you, man. See it.
No, I fuck with Rory and Mo still. I'm just asking questions, and like this all played out on a joke thing. Still, like it's all a bit mad, and the way that it all turned, like I don't see how this could happen. You know, the ones there, it's mad because it's all. I don't get how. You know me, man. I just you man. If you man ask me a question, I'm just gonna tell you the answer in it. If I know the answer, I'm gonna tell you in it. I don't know nothing other than.
Is my lineup at the back decent?
Nah, that shit whack, bro.
Whack. Come on, bro.
That's Wu-Tang, brother.
It's wacky deep, bro. Hit me. But I don't see it as brethrens, yeah. I just don't really get the brethren that's in something together, yeah. I don't really see how there's no transparency and stuff like that. I don't really get that. Or like me putting the devil's advocate aside, I don't really get the
like if
I don't get how you get to this.
How?
I don't get how you get to it. Even if you like fall out and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
just because of everything that we've been through and stuff like that, it just can't get like this.
Joe's gonna try and put the contract in his best interest, in it.
No, of course,
like
you can tell
fair, which is fair enough to do, right? It's business.
He's able to do so. Cool,
right? Like we don't mind that, but then if you're bumping, man, or anything like this, like that's unnecessary because like you're eating and now you're extra eating off your people. You're supposed to put your man's on. Like, look, don't do contracts like this. You obviously don't know, right? And I claim, as my man has said, I did contract, the industry was fuckeries, I know so much, which is what you're now doing. Yeah. Like, you put your man's on, you eat what you're eating. Of course, no one denies you a drink, but you show your man, like, listen, they see how your contract, you're trying to sign this contract. You don't do it like that. You do this. Yeah. You know, I don't lose. Do you understand? I might not get paid as much, but I don't lose. Yeah. Like the guys.
Do you know?
I don't rate that. Even if it's not equal shares, it's just you just gotta just do shit. Transparently.
Part of me thinks, I might go off the left a bit, but remember that story when he was talking? I think when they came back and they were saying how Rory and Ma they went to Jay-Z at some bowling event, and then he was like, I'm gonna chop up Jay and say, yo man, you've been firing shots at me and you took my beat. And then Jay-Z said so. Yeah. And then Rory and Miles just started laughing, innit? Yeah. And I was watching Joe, and when you were saying that that story, he was in his feelings, innit? He was like, yeah, we were laughing, innit? He was like, nah, man. And he was trying to make a similarity, but he was like, nah, bro, you've not built nothing with Jay-Z. You get me? You have no connection to Jay-Z. You're not building and working together. You ain't never worked with Jay-Z. Jay-Z was the head of Def Jam, but other than that, where's the connection? Yeah. And he's like, nah. Man, snake me with Jay. I got that from him. Yeah, and it buns him today because he's emotional.
So what do you want him to do? Come jump him or something?
Nah, but
like say, sorry, man.
Say, nah, Jay, you can't do that.
Hey, Jay, he stole his beat. Like, so what?
What?
Okay.
He laughed at me, and that bunned him. Like you saw how Jay was laughing at me, and you laughed as well. He's like,
yeah, man, because you're an idiot. Why did you do that?
It's an awkward situation. You get me? Like, we here for that.
Like that shit going to bloody the king and saying, man, you increase council tax. What? Mate, what? Listen, give me a house. Give me a house, stupid. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you even... he still took my beat. What do you expect him to say other than laugh? Sorry. No, he's gonna he might have been a nervous laugh. Oh shit, I don't know what to say.
I reckon it was an awkward laugh, like for them, I was like, oh shit. Like,
even when it didn't even matter what kind of laugh it was. Like man laughed in it because it was funny. Innit?
It's like stupid. It's not just funny. It's stupid.
It was
like some minor, isn't it?
It's like, who's this again? Like, I don't even know your name. You didn't even introduce yourself. You just came up and said, yeah, he took my beat. What? Who are you, friend?
Pump it up, nigga. Over there.
Right? Yeah, I was in Step Up. Step Up what? To what? Holmes, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, you're lucky I just laughed. Get the fuck out.
The whole situation is fuckery still.
It's messy, man.
Like, I would like it to just be sorted out. Now that all the emotions have been, like, they've got it out, it's horrible that they put their friendship and their relationship out there, like, on social media. Like, I let it be known, you put some shit out like that on me on social media. I'm coming to your door. What? Have a quick word.
Hey, bro.
What's a word? I'll tell the word.
Like, listen, coming to my door.
I'm coming to your door to have a word. Hey man, why did you do that? We're gonna have a conversation.
Declaration of war.
We can't. You can't be putting.
Never be found.
You will never be found.
Don't come to my house if I'm not invited.
Wait, I've always been invited. I thought we were friends.
What? So I'm just some open invite.
What? Pause. Wait. So hold on a minute. That's not the kind of invite I was talking about, bro.
Yeah, I know, he done that.
So wait, what are you saying? So wait, basically you just told me that I can't come to your house.
No man, that's what DJ Academic said.
No, I'm not talking about DJ Academics. You meant Rory and friends.
But you know Rory's...
Wait, so hold on, wait.
You know Rory
shut shit for Academics. That's what I'm saying. I'm about to edit this shit out.
I thought that's what was happening.
I'm about to edit this shit out.
We be acting, yo.
You be stepping on my... Nah, fuck this shit. I'm done. I'm done.
I've had enough of these shit.
Had enough.
I'm starting a new show.
Had a hell of a run.
We'll pursue you.
I'll see you.
21.
One shows.
21.
Like, yeah, I know, man. You see this episode, it's all about this stupid Joe Budden and this stupidity.
Yeah, like it's. I'm sorry.
It's a learning point.
The other fans, all the fans that are here for our normal jargon, our normal stuff that we talk about. Yeah. Unfortunately, not today, but catch us on the live. It's coming soon. You get me? But like, yeah, now today, like this whole situation has been like a learning thing for us, innit? Like how to do business, how not to do business, what to ensure is in place, what to ensure is not in place, and all these types of things. You get what I'm saying? So
the etiquette of business.
Yeah,
you know,
even so, like
friends.
Like from the outset, I just don't know how things just ain't right from the beginning. Like, you can't just go in. You can't. It's my brethren. Man can't
fix
go in.
that shit. So guys, when you're chatting it, like, what on? Like, oh look, this, that.
All that slandering on the internet is dead.
Somebody's got to
go.
Truth,
you man got to leave that off the internet. You man got to link up and go. That's what I was saying. You got. If man does all that internet stuff, man's coming to your house and we're gonna have a conversation, bro.
Yeah, we got to sort this shit out, man.
Like, what are you on, bro? That's what it is.
Like, why do you have to sort it out on the internet? Now you give us a topic to talk about on our show.
But it is a topic because it goes in like, look, we're free podcasters. There's a coalition, there's a relation there. It's like, nah, man, you don't do business like that. It's not on. And for any upcoming podcasters who want to get into this, that's not how you do it. Like, follow our blueprint. Innit? It's way better than Joe Budden's podcast blueprint. You know? Let's keep it blessed, mate.
Definitely. No, it's a real podcast. Joe Budden, like, he's just, as I say, he's an egomaniac. Like, and he shows based off his own ego and emotions, and that's not what we're about. You know,
but when you're saying that we should name a few G's to celeb G's.
Yeah, but like, you guys vetoed that.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna try and throw my hat in the ring again.
We're gonna rush
him. Hey guys,
when he said that, we both looked at him.
What?
Instantly, and so we started. We
immediately
our fist in it.
So we had to postpone the opening episode. Yeah. But let me know what you think of
Remember, I was still black up that time.
You get me? Face looking all stale up. Let me know what you think about Celeb and his G's in a podcast. Like, put it in the comments if it's got a good ring to it. Celeb and the G's.
Celeb and his G's.
21.
Like, nah, let me know what you think. Let us know what you think of this Joe Budden fiasco. How you feel, but if you don't know, like, fuck it then, innit?
It's unfortunate to see that happen.
Very.
And I don't care.
I'm gonna be watching and seeing what go on. You get me? But yeah. So what we were saying? We're good to go. Man are looking snoozy, bro. Why you man looking snoozy? Fuji's looking snoozy.
Listen, celeb, ready to go.
Why is you talking like that?
Hey, listen. Hey, please all go make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment and I just said it, you know. A man said like, comment, and subscribe. Then I said leave a comment. Like, man's moving nuts.
It's moving like Joe Budden, bro.
It's the morgie. But anyway, please all go make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and do all that good stuff there. Go tell a friend, you know.
Also the Facebook.
You get me? Few G's in the podcast, and we're out.
We're out.
And Twitter. Peace.